When will we find rich boyfriends? That's the question, man.
Oh, man, I don't know. At this point, I'll wear whatever maid outfit I have to.
I love that.
I'll get on my knees. I can't say that here.
I should have done that when you and Daisy were eating the burgers.
Oh, so fucking good.
Oh, that would have been hilarious.
Anyway, everybody, welcome back to episode 7. Welcome. Oh.
This is the second time we're trying this intro because the first time was horrible.
Oh, yeah. Take 3?
Nah.
Nah? Okay. Well, welcome back to the Caffeinated Creeps podcast.
Yep.
I am Mr. Butternuts, and with me, as always, is...
Ray.
Oh, yeah. That's... that was different than the first take.
No, the first take I said, Ray.
One is Batman over there.
Yeah. Batman in the corner. For real.
We were just simply talking about how rough of a week has been for both of us.
It's been a long week.
It's been a long week. For me, it hasn't been like stress inducing from work, but as like a new opportunity from a different job, and I had to like be physically prepared. It sucked. It really, really sucked.
Yeah.
Like I mean I'm sure I passed it, and I'm sure I'm gonna get to like the next portion of the testing. But it's just that one of the physical demands was that that they made me do was I had to step in place. Like there's like a little like a little bench, maybe like a foot up off the ground, and I had to march constantly to a rhythm with it for 5 minutes straight. So like, it was like they had like a beat playing, and I had to march with it. So I had to go up on it and then back down for 5 minutes straight. Oh my god! For like the first 2 minutes, I was like, all right, this is easy. The moment I got the 2.5 minutes,
it hurt.
It started to hurt. I was
Burn.
like, I can't do this. It sucked. It really fucking sucked.
Damn.
Oh my god! And then by the end of it, I'm so glad they had waters there too, because you ever seen that? I'm sure you've seen SpongeBob, where he's like in Sandy's place.
Water.
He's like, I need water. What?
Yes.
Water.
Oh my god.
My lips felt exactly how dry he was on that episode. It was so bad, and I had to be like nonchalant. She's like, you want water? I was like, yeah, I'll take water.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
I was fucking
That was
fighting for my life.
That was just a warm up.
Oh, it was the last test. Thank God.
Oh boy.
I was stressing out.
I wish you luck.
No, that's already done.
Oh, I know,
Yeah.
but like.
Oh, to pass it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I hope so too.
What else? Jesus. Yeah, nothing interesting happened this week.
For you?
Yeah. Except I did do a miscalculation. I thought I had Thanksgiving off, but I don't. I work on Thanksgiving. Hey, but holiday pay, so that's great.
I'm just gonna not go to mine. Just gonna ditch.
For real?
Oh yeah.
You're just gonna like call off?
I'm not gonna even. I don't have to call anybody.
You're just not gonna show up?
Yeah. That's one of the beauties with Amazon. Like.
Really?
Because there's no. Like if I worked at a store, I would have to call somebody, you know?
Yeah.
Because there's an actual team running it.
Yeah.
But with Amazon, like, since we're just numbers, like, I don't have...
Y'all are fucking ants in that shit.
Yeah.
Is it true that they even time you when you go to the bathroom? Or not anymore?
Not anymore, because they got in a lot of heated trouble for that. They used to. A couple years back.
You weren't allowed to have your phones on the floor.
Yep.
Yeah, they would time your restrooms and everything.
When... I think it was the first year I went back. I was scanning for like a minute, for maybe like a couple months, and I remember I had to use the restroom really, really badly. I was like, all right, I'm gonna go use the restroom, and I'll be right back. Lickety split. And one of my managers came up. He's like, hey, like, where did you go? I'm like, what are you talking about? You were gone for about like 7 minutes. I'm like, I went to go use the restroom. The worst part about, at least for my building, there's at least 3 restroom locations.
And they're far, huh?
They're far.
They take like what, like 2 minutes? A minute or two?
2 minutes, a minute and a half if you can walk fast. And it sucks. And if they're all fucking occupied, you have to wait. Like, it's so
They're
bad.
They're not stalls?
There's like... Okay, so the main restrooms, by like the main entrance, like as soon as you're about to enter the main floor of the warehouse, there's a guy's and a girl's restroom. And for the guy's restroom, there's 2 sides. There's 2 little urinals and then 2 little stalls to do whatever.
That's nice, yeah.
We're at least over 1,000 workers in that warehouse.
What?
So it's like the same thing. There's another stall like that, but on the other side of the building, and then one on the other end of the building. But they're just so limited.
Jesus.
And they have that... I think they have it so limited so that people can just go back to work and just hold it in. I think.
That's ridiculous.
But I've been there so long, I know like all the secret restroom locations.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's funny
nice.
Too, because Nicole, she needed to go to the bathroom, and I was like, okay, Barnaby Pasadena, you're gonna go here, and then like it's gonna be a little bit of a walk, but I guarantee you that once you step inside, you'll be able to sit down immediately, like in a stall. Like you won't. And then I had stumbled across another bathroom location that nobody was at, and I was like, this is freaking great. And it was a tiny bathroom with like maybe 3-4 stalls, but it was like quiet and secluded, and it just felt great. And that's where I was able to put on the Pochita cosplay without people seeing me, because I was in the tiny stall.
Yeah.
So it was dope when you know secret locations like that, because I feel like that's one of the most important things.
Yeah.
Like, I remember like on TikTok somebody said like, oh, when you're going to a different country, what's the most important thing that you should know? Like how to say where's the bathroom in that language.
Dude, one of the worst... I'm not gonna say... It's a bit rough, like going to Mexico and using the restroom. Like there, at least the ones I went to, because it was pretty like far south in Mexico, or like you have to pay to like use toilet paper. Maybe they'll ask for like 2 pesos or whatever. Well, they give you like such a small amount of toilet paper.
Oh, I could never. I literally wrap the thing around my hand like 3 times.
Dude, but it's
I need
so
that
fucking
thing.
small.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, oh my god, it's so bad. And especially because, like, my dad had to, like, really go one day. And he was, like, kind of, like, jumping up and down a little bit. He's like, come on. I was like, can you give me more paper? He's like, it's going to be more pesos. He's like, oh. It was so bad. Like, I mean, that's how they make money. Well, whatever.
Bidets. I've been tempted to buy, like, a bidet installation on my toilet. They're easy to make, supposedly. Like, they're easy to set up my bed.
No, I get what you said. I get what you said. I'm just a little nervous about ever trying one.
I know.
Yeah, it's like
I
weird.
feel that, yeah.
Like you're
but,
there.
Hey, no toilet paper.
That's true.
That's the thing, no toilet paper. You can save money. Especially if you don't pay for water.
I already pay for water.
Damn. Okay. Onwards with the stories.
Right. Onwards with the stories.
Alrighty.
That's why I go into a whole different thing about like butt stuff and water pressure.
Like last week with Pochita, and the topic went to feet. Oh,
that's right.
Oh, speaking of last week's episode, I was able to make Michael and Daisy kind of watch the Extreme Paranormal episode regarding the penitentiary. And what do you think about it?
As I was telling you on the couch, like, I'm 80% sure they're satire. Like, maybe 1 or 2 of those co-hosts on that show mean business there, like to be there and to look for ghosts.
At least the occultist.
At least the occultist, but he's a dick about it. The other guy, I think what you called the comedian. Yeah. Yeah, I feel like that's just like a friend that you would drag along to do stupid shit.
Yes, thank God. I felt like he's like very cowardly, but not in like
that's not a bad thing.
Way.
Like, yeah,
but like in a way where like, why are you even there?
He didn't seem
to fit in.
Yeah, he looked really awkward to be there.
Yeah,
especially with
not that he didn't vibe with them. He vibed with them. No, it's just that it feels like, go home. Like
it looks. He looked like he didn't want to do it.
Yeah, like you're in the wrong profession, dude.
No, but I felt even worse when
he's the token nerd.
Yeah,
because he was the one that was doing all the techie stuff.
But especially when his friend was like cutting the bars off of the cell, and all the sparks are flying at him, and he has to get his jacket. I'm like, I feel so bad for him. Like, he's just there to like ghost hunt, and metal sparks are flying at his face.
That's why they should have brought proper equipment. Damn.
Poor dude.
But yeah, that was Michael's experience. So this episode will release on the 25th, right?
Right, just right after Thanksgiving.
25th, the day after Thanksgiving.
Uh-huh.
And this is gonna be our last November episode.
You
Am I sure? Yes, I'm pretty sure.
Let me double.
If I am wrong,
technically yes. Yeah, you are correct.
Okay.
Because our next,
we'll release December 1st. Ooh,
mm-hmm.
Okay. So, for the people that don't know, November is Native American Heritage Month. So, I wanted to bring a case. I told you about this earlier.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to bring up a case regarding the Native American community, especially because I've been wanting to cover a big case like the Highway of Tears. Only to find out that there is a whole month dedicated to MMIW, which is murdered and missing Indigenous women. And I didn't know that they had a whole month to themselves, and that's in May. And I always tend to forget because there's so many awareness months.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think May as well is Native American / Pacific Islander month as well.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's just too many months. I need a calendar.
With Amazon, every now and then they'll have like little like installation stuff, like to see what's going on in the building, like in the restrooms. If you want to like look at it and read whatever, you know.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And there'll be like Breast Cancer Awareness Month or Suicide Prevention Month and all that.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember this year I was talking to a new hire because it was Men's Suicide Awareness Month, and the new hire was like, "Do we have a month?" I was like, "I guess so, dude." Like, I was like, "Holy shit!"
Oh my goodness.
I felt kind of bad for that guy. I was like, because he's like. He was like, "Yeah, I've been having some issues like at home. Like, I didn't know we had a fucking month." I feel so bad for him.
They care somewhat.
Yeah.
No, it's fun. It's fun.
Amazon cares a little.
No, it's funny because at my job we had like a CNA like awareness week, like just giving like props to CNAs for like what they did in like the healthcare community.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't do anything for us at all. But the week after was Nurses Week. Oh yeah, they had everything. They had food
What do you
for
mean?
everybody.
What do you mean
They
they didn't do anything for you? They gave you guys a paycheck. That's.
They probably didn't even do it because we get paid bi-weekly.
Oh.
So they probably didn't even give us a paycheck that week.
No bonuses or nothing.
No, but the week after they did give us like a whole bunch of like a big ass breakfast, and that's it. I think they just gave us a breakfast, and whoever. Whoops, he dropped his phone.
Dropped my phone. My bad.
And whoever probably didn't clock in that day or wasn't there that day didn't get shit, maybe. But yeah, that's what happened. But yeah, there's a lot of months dedicated to it.
Did I tell you about like Amazon giving us bananas after work?
For what? Monkey Awareness Month?
Oh, hold on. That sounds really bad.
No, not like with the actual monkey. I swear to God, no.
Okay, ghetto.
Hey, I do simp for him. Shoot, I'm a monkey, I guess. That sounds even worse. I'm just gonna shut up now.
But you can't even use jujutsu, huh? Okay. Oh, I'm not gonna say that part. That would have sounded way worse. No, after, I remember it was like 2.5 years ago. You're right.
No, I was gonna choke on coffee again. Why does this always happen to me?
Oh, fuck. Fucking ghetto.
Gato, not like ghetto, like...
I realized when I said it, yeah.
Well, there's this character, if you guys don't watch anime, there's this character in this show called Jujutsu Kaisen. He's my husband, he's a cult leader. My religious trauma. His name is Gato, Geto. I met his voice actor. And this character's hot, so... But a lot of people say ghetto because they can't pronounce his name.
That's true. Oh, but like...
My bad.
It was like a hot summer like 2.5 years ago, right? And like,
I think it's a hot summer.
No,
year, but
no, it's because like if you're in the trailers like me, you kind of cook in them because it gets extra hot.
No, never mind.
Yeah.
At least I work with AC. Goddamn.
Well, say AC's barely reach. Like at the end of it, it sucks. But it was like it was the end of a hot day. Mm-hmm. Everyone's coming out like they're sweaty as fuck. And every now and then they'll be like, you know, here's a little workers' appreciation shit. At the beginning of the shift, sometimes it's like, here's like a really big cookie from from a mom and pop shop, and they make great cookies too.
Okay, great.
I follow them. They're
I like
really
that.
fun. I'll probably send you a link. They're like really fucking good shit.
Yes.
Like,
do I like sweets? No, but
they're African American owned. Like they're really cool.
Hell yeah.
They're so fucking good.
I like that.
And like, you know, they'll give it chips, ice cream, whatever. But at the end of this day, it was just bananas. Actually, it was fucking bananas, and I felt
care for potassium.
That's what my manager said exactly.
Really?
Yeah,
we're linked somehow.
And I didn't have the heart to be like, you're fucking annoying, but I just.
What does it say about me?
No, not to you, but like to him because.
I know, but if you're calling him annoying and we're linked.
No, but it's like the way he said it.
Oh.
Like, you know, like a coworker wanting to be buddy.
Oh, Jesus, and then you're like, I fucking hate your guts.
Yeah. Because, like, I know he doesn't do shit. So that's why it annoyed me more. You're going to keep choking on that coffee. You got to stop.
That's fantastic. No.
And then.
The tea's hot and I'm sipping it. Even though this is coffee.
But I just remember, like, I just took it, like, in anger. And I just went to the break room and just started eating that shit. I was like, these fucking assholes. Give me a fucking banana.
Okay,
no raises, no nothing.
But let me one-up you.
Ooh.
In the nursing community, industry, healthcare field, during Nurses Appreciation Week, there's a popular influencer, like nurse influencer. He's a comedian. So he told me, send me all of the crazy things that you've gotten for Nurses Appreciation Week. They got rocks.
Like gems or just actual
rocks, like... fucking rocks. Here's a rock buddy.
That is actually so
Literally.
upsetting.
Yeah.
That's really upsetting.
Yeah, or like Slim Jims or like cold pizza that not even night shift can eat. Cause that's the whole thing too. That's the beef that I have. Okay, so I work knock shift, which is the overnight shift, right, from 11 p.m. to 7 in the morning. Mm-hmm. When they have stuff over. They have it for AM shift. Donuts. Great. By the time it's knock shift, there's only like 1 or 2 stale donuts in the thing. There's no donuts for us. There's no pizza. We get, or if there is pizza, there's cold leftovers, if there's any at all. It's crazy.
Well, my building does. It's kind of smart. Like during the shift change, like from as the morning shift is leaving and night shift is coming in, they'll hold those events, like giving out like whatever.
Yeah. The
only thing that's stupid is that during October, they were handing out pumpkins. Like, actual big fucking pumpkins.
What? A pumpkin's a pumpkin, bro.
Yeah, but it's like, I'm gonna go to work. Where the fuck am I gonna put it?
You guys don't have lockers?
Not big enough to hold a fucking pumpkin.
Dude, that's true. No, and then another thing, too, is that, like, they were having a costume contest, mm-hmm. right? And all the events that they do is, like, at 2 p.m. If I work fucking knock shift and I'm getting off at 7 in the morning, there's no way in hell I'm gonna wake up at 1, get ready by 1:30, attend this event at 2, and then carry on about my day and then go to work at 11. No, I'm gonna be tired as hell.
But you guys are family.
I know. Which disgusts me. But I digress. Going back to the story, Jesus.
We're just... It's been a tense week.
We're just silly little guys. This is our therapy session.
Mm-hmm.
It kind of is.
Yeah.
Bro, that's crazy.
Yeah. Because we both hate our... I don't know about you. I'm sure you're fed up, but I don't know if you say that you would hate it. I fucking hate my job.
I love my job, but I also hate my job. But you just straight up hate it, which I get.
At first it was fine, but...
The thing is that I love fucking talking, so that's a plus about my job, because I love talking to people. I don't know how to shut up. Like, literally every time my teacher would always tell my mom at my parent-teacher conferences, Denise is great, but, you know, they just talk too much. And I would get in trouble all the time. That's why I have a podcast. Because I don't shut up. So I'm sorry for people that want to listen to the story. I apologize.
It's our show.
Okay, but I still feel bad.
Yeah.
Shoot.
No, I get it. But I mean, it is our show.
You're right. It's funny too because I have one of the points right here that says "now onwards with the story" and the exclamation point right there on top.
Oh my god, you do.
It's adorable. I like the way I do my notes. They got little stars on here.
No, mine's just numbered and just fucking long.
Yeah. I didn't even say what story I'm doing, but yeah. So, like I said, it's Native American Heritage Month, and for the month of November. So after the story, I will quickly say the top 10 Native American things that, like that they did that we use daily, or you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm going to be saying that at the end, just to give them a final hurrah, because Native American people have gone through so much BS. I swear to God. First of all, they get their land taken away from them, and then they're forced to be homeless, and it's just terrible, man. It's terrible.
It's tragedy.
Yeah. So the person I'm talking about today she goes by a couple of names, but her name is Selena Shelley Faye Not Afraid. Literally Not Afraid. That's I
part
guess
of her name?
Yeah, that's literally part of her name. I thought it was just like a cool like nickname that she wanted to give herself, and I was like hell yeah, pop off queen. But like no, it's literally like I guess her dad's last name is Not Afraid.
Can you imagine just introducing to yourself as everybody like, this is Mr. Butternubs, the executioner. Like, here you fucking go. That'd be fucking cool. Like a little title. I like it.
I'm just kind of thinking of Kingsley Shacklebolt from fucking Harry Potter.
I don't know who that is.
It's like the only black character, and his name is Kingsley Shacklebolt. J.K. Rowling, Jesus.
She knew what she was doing.
There's a special place in hell for her. For real. Okay. The person, oh wait, I just read that. Selena Faye, Not Afraid, that's her name. But she also goes by other names like Belle and Selena Shelley Faye and just Selena Not Afraid. So that's a nice variety.
That's a lot of nicknames though.
Yeah. At least it's better than Ray the Gay. Shoot.
Yeah, but Ray the Gay rhymes and it's catchy.
Selena Faye Not Afraid. That sounds pretty cool.
Yeah.
It sounds like she sounds like a freaking warrior.
That's true. Yeah.
That's dope. I like it. So she was born June 18th, 2003, so she's only 2 years younger than me. Along with her twin sister Zoe. She was described as a sweet, kind, and loving person with many friends. She was a junior at Hardin High School, and she enjoyed many sports such as volleyball, basketball, and horseback riding, which happened to be her favorite sport, and she loved it so much that she wanted to have her own farm and ride professionally.
What year is this?
2020.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Yeah, so she was a junior in 2020. Selena's life wasn't ordinary. She went through many hardships. Selena's parents, Jacquelina, Big Hair, and Leroy, Not Afraid, ended up having 5 children, and in 2023, they now have 1.
Oh, man.
Yeah. In 2014, Selena's 11-year-old twin sister ended up committing suicide without leaving the slightest hint as to why. In 2017, both her brother and her sister were killed in the same year. He was killed by a police officer, and she was run over by an unknown driver and disappeared. So I'm assuming till this day they still never found the driver. So our story takes place on December 31st, New Year's Eve of 2020, with her friends, and they went to party at a country house where they spent the night. I forgot to write down house, my bad. And on January 1st, Selena and 5 of her other friends, 4 boys and 1 girl, drove back to Hardin. So Hardin is where they live. So they were driving back home. And this is where the story gets weird, and I'm not really confident in any of these versions because it makes no fucking sense, dude. It's so stupid. So this is the account of the driver. On their way to the city, something happened to the car. The driver stopped at the nearest rest stop between Billings and Hardin on I-90 at 2 p.m. He had managed to temporarily fix the problem, but said that the car could break down at any minute. Because of this, he asked Selena and her friend Orlana to wait at a bus stop until his mom drove up there and picked them up, since it would take only 15 minutes.
What?
Yeah. It's dumb.
Yeah.
Why not take the two girls with you? Why even have the time to tell them, you know? There's another version of the story, though. And it's brought by media, and it's not in any police documents. And it's that after the car was repaired, the driver had to start driving immediately, otherwise it would break down again. And Selena and her friend walked too far from the car, so the guys just decided to leave them behind, sending the mother of the driver to pick them up. Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah.
Especially because if people don't know that it's common sense, I'm going to tell you right now that it's common sense. Rest stops and truck stops are the most number one places where it's so easy for a woman to get kidnapped, because it's a whole bunch of trucking stuff. Like, there's this serial killer, he went by Dr. No. He was a truck driver, and he would target prostitutes.
Oh, you said Dr. No?
Dr. No, that was his nickname. That was his nickname.
Oh.
Because he would call, and he would call himself Dr. No.
Oh.
So, and this truck driver would literally go through, like, because he was a truck driver, he would go all around the U.S., and he was never, ever caught. And he would kidnap these sex workers, you know, like, that were literally at truck stops and rest stops. So that's, like, the number one place, you know, like, especially because they're Native American women. It freaking sucks. So I feel like it's common sense, at least. Maybe because I grew up listening so much to true crime and everything, I feel like it's common sense. But for the people that don't know, it really is common sense. So just please be careful if you ever go to a truck stop or a rest stop. I do not recommend going to one overnight, at least, because they're incredibly dangerous.
I wouldn't say that, like, I don't think it would be, like, common sense, but every time we would travel anywhere and then go to a rest stop like that, or, like, a truck stop, I always did have, like, a weird, like, pit in my stomach, or, like, something always felt weird.
Yeah.
So I guess maybe, like, that's what it is. Like, just, I guess always have somebody, like, looking after you if you're gonna go, like, in the middle of the night.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. But this is literally 2 p.m.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, like I told you, this is literally, like, around 2 p.m. It was the afternoon. But, I mean, still, like, it's a rest stop. Like, there's no way. I feel like, as guys, too, they could have been gentlemen and watched out for these girls. Especially because they're friends, supposedly. You know? Like, it would only make sense. Because I know for a fact that you would never, ever leave me, Nicole, you know, like, Daisy, like that and just leave somewhere.
No, like, I wouldn't fucking do that shit, no.
So, so that basically happened. So what's confirmed is that after they were left behind, the mother did go to the rest stop to pick up the girls, but they weren't there. She thought they were walking nearby, so she started looking for them, and she eventually stumbled upon Orlana, which was the friend, and she was sitting in a ditch with her shoes missing. Her legs covered in scratches with a lost look on her face. Selena was not with her. The mother was in utter shock and tried getting information from Orlana, but she had no idea how she got there and didn't even understand where she was. She ended up calling Selena's parents and told them the situation, and they immediately went to the police. The police talked to Orlana first, and she stuck with her story that she couldn't remember any details of the incident, and only said that Selena had walked away from the road into the field and never saw her again. Selena's parents couldn't understand why she would go somewhere in an unknown direction for no apparent reason, and on the same day, the police organized a large-scale search within a 4-mile radius from where she was last seen because she was not dressed for the weather. She had a sweater on and a light jacket as well as some jeans. Just remember that a 4-mile radius is what they were going to look for, where she was last seen.
Yeah.
That's very important. Hundreds of people took part in the search, and they brought service dogs as well. There was also mounted police helicopters, ATVs, and drones with heat sensors, my bad. Supposedly even the FBI got involved, but I didn't find any more info on that. This case ended up blowing up because of the statistics regarding MMIW, missing and murdered Indigenous women.
Mm-hmm.
So hundreds of volunteers joined the search. Hundreds of volunteers. Yeah. Remember that too, okay?
There's a lot of people on it. 4-mile radius, got it.
Yeah. Montana Native Americans are much more likely to disappear than any other groups of population. And police often investigate these cases very reluctantly and sometimes even refuse to investigate at all. I feel like that's another reason as to why they didn't find the driver for the older sister, you know? Yeah. Local residents regularly go out to protest trying to get federal government's attention, but Indigenous people keep continuing to disappear. Because of this, Selena's relatives had turned to the news outlets for help to make the story public and speed up police investigation. Most of the volunteers were Native American, and it included the students from her school. Adults helped scout the area, and the teens posted flyers and spread info about Selena's disappearance throughout the city, but the search didn't get any results. The police ended up examining the car where her and her friends were driving, and the other teens were questioned. The police didn't release any info regarding that, which is weird, and we can only wonder if they didn't tell anything useful to the public. Wait, hold up. I'm so sorry. Let me reread this.
You got it.
Yeah, the police... I can't spell, man. I literally put the police don't release.
No, I mean, it's true, though. The police don't release.
The police didn't release any info regarding that, which is weird. And we can only wonder if they didn't say anything useful, but the public was waiting for some details. Police ended up focusing on a different theory that she was kidnapped from the bus stop, but it would contradict what her friend said, regarding her disappearance in the field. Days went by and there were no results, so people started coming forward because they started believing that theory of the abduction.
Yeah.
So one witness said that he saw a suspicious green car with the Wyoming license plate not that far from the bus stop. And police were bombarded with reports claiming that they saw her in different places, but they all led to nowhere after police studied security footage in the places where they allegedly saw her. They had also tried to track her phone, but it turns out it was turned off. Eventually the search for her ceased on January 20th, because her body was found a little over half a mile away from the bus stop.
Fuck.
Did you hear that though?
Yeah, only half a mile.
They did a 4-mile search with hundreds of people. Hundreds of people, drones, infrared cameras, and she was dead literally a little over half a mile away. How did they not find her? Okay.
Shit.
Yeah, literally, I wrote down right here, there were hundreds of volunteers on foot, dozens of mounted police officers, service dogs, a helicopter, and drones, and a search radius of 4 miles, and they're saying that she was found 0.6 miles away from the bus stop 3 weeks later.
Do you think maybe that somebody just dropped off the body? If the abduction, I might be getting into ahead of myself. Yeah. My bad. Okay, I saw the face.
Yeah. Well, dude, literally, this is just so weird. There's no
fucking way.
There's no outcome to this at all. Literally. So the place where Selena was found was basically a bare field. It was a bare field. There was no,
nothing surrounding it, nothing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no. I understand Orlando was found, in a fucking ditch. You know what I mean? I would get maybe if Selena was found there in a ditch somewhat too, but, that field was almost freaking bare, dude. So, Bighorn County Sheriff said that according to the theory, she died from natural causes.
That's bullshit. Okay, continue.
On February 28th, a little over a month later, so remember she died, she was missing on January 1st.
Yeah.
She was found on January 20th. So now it's February 28th. A little over a month later, the results of her medical exam were released. It was signed by 4 doctors, coming to the conclusion that hypothermia was her cause of death. This raised distrust from the public, as well as many questions. According to a local news site that publishes daily weather information, it was shown that it was 46 degrees Fahrenheit outside on the afternoon of January 1st. Remember, she was wearing a light jacket and a sweater.
Yeah.
So even though it really wasn't enough to be comfortable for a long time, how could a healthy 16-year-old freeze to death and be away from the road when she could have gone to ask for help?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like, it just doesn't make sense. Police were asked why it took so long to find her, and the investigator said the drones and helicopter were hindered by poor visibility that day because of the heavy fog, and that the teams that searched by foot didn't notice Selena even though they walked several hundred feet in front of her. It's just like...
Yeah.
It's just really weird. They also said that the dogs weren't service... That the dogs... My bad. They were service dogs and not search dogs.
Okay, I guess I can maybe see that kind of excuse, but...
And supposedly they were kept on a leash since a lot of people took part in the search, and the police officers were afraid to release the dogs so that they won't attack the people around. But it doesn't make sense because service dogs don't attack people. You know? Like, unless they were actually trained, like, service dogs, they don't attack people at all. From what I know. At least from what I know. Because the only service dogs I, like, have knowledge of are the ones that help people that are, like, deaf, blind, or whatever. Yeah. And then, like, medical alert dogs, you know?
You know what I want to do when I get older? I have, like, my own place. Like, I think you can go to either, like, a shelter or a police station, and you can adopt, like, one of the dogs, like, like, one of the, service dogs that they train, but fail because they're too friendly.
Really?
Yeah.
That is so cute.
Yeah. I don't think it happens often, but, like, when it happens, like, they're just too friendly, and I'm like, I kind of want that. A trained and friendly ass dog. Like, hell yeah.
Yeah, if I were to ever work from home, I would love to just adopt old dogs so that they can comfortably grow old and, like, pass away, like, somewhere safe and at home instead of, like, in a shelter.
As sweet as that is, I don't think my heart could take that. I would be too fucking distraught every fucking time.
I don't think my heart could take that either, but...
The idea is sweet. It's very sweet.
At least one, see how it goes. But I feel like I'd get attached too quickly.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I mean, like, they deserve that.
Or maybe not like a house, but like a ranch.
Oh, that'd be so cool. I've always wanted... Dude, I told you we should rent a plot of land and have tiny homes.
Tiny homes?
And then we could just... You, me, Nicole, and Daisy just grow a garden.
We'll have a big-ass house.
Have a farm.
I would like that.
A farm and a garden, bro. We could dance around a fire.
It sounds more like a ritual thing, but okay.
A commune.
Oh, God. Fucking damn.
I'm just kidding. But yeah. So, Selena's family and the rest of the Native community didn't accept his excuses and demanded a thorough investigation. They believed it was murder and that her body was placed there, long after the end of the first search. And there is another theory, and the theory is that the teens were drinking on New Year's Eve, and evidence was shown by the toxicology report. But nobody knows what they were doing the next day, and they wondered if they continued to drink or took some illegal substances. It would be weird to use alcohol as a reason for what she did, because it would take a lot to be in her system to make her lie down in the middle of a field, like in the cold. Because I know that it happens sometimes, that there's people that are beyond drunk and they end up dying in, you know, weird ways. Yeah. Like that guy from Friends, supposedly that he was drinking and then that he died in his jacuzzi. That's just one theory. Yeah. Even though there was supposedly no drugs or alcohol in his system, but that's just something that people say. But you know what I mean? So it would take a lot for that to happen. And they thought that she was only 16, so that this theory doesn't sound very believable, but we already know that teens, if they're gonna find alcohol, you know, if they want to find alcohol, they'll find alcohol. now, okay, so I was kind of like writing this down a little bit. So basically, like, going back to Selena's friends and the strange story of the broken car and the dumb reason as to why they decided to leave her. They're wondering if the teens really did take something, but it ended up being too much for the girls. So they think that the guys might have gotten scared and they just left them at the bus stop. But the theory kind of undermines it because, you know, one of the boys did actually call for his mom to pick up the girls, and she literally lived like 15 minutes away. Mm. So it doesn't really make sense. And then at the same time, like, if your car breaks down, just call your mom. Like, your mom was there to pick you up. Yeah. Like, if she was going to pick up the girls, why not just pick up you guys and be like, oh, we'll figure out this car situation later. You know what I mean?
So many ways just to prevent all this from happening.
Yeah. Yeah. So, so what's it called? So that's why, like, it's, like, they're just wondering, like, it's just so weird, this whole situation. And then they're like, would this really happen if they were on something? Like, I was reading, I wasn't reading it. I was listening to, like, a podcast or, like, a YouTube video. I genuinely don't remember. And then it said, would he do this if the girls were completely tweaked out?
What?
Yeah, and I was just like, what in the world? But yeah, so,
what a weird fucking thing to ask, okay.
Yeah. So, usually, you know, like, teenagers wouldn't want to, like, involve their parents in situations like that.
I get that, I guess.
Yeah,
I was a teenager once.
Yeah, and that's just something really weird, and another theory that they had brought up, that maybe they were all under something. So now I'm gonna kind of go back to the friends for a little bit. We're almost at the end of the story. Selena's friend Olana, she posted a couple of short videos from the trip on her Snapchat. And at one point, you can see someone at the hood of the car trying to fix something. And at the same time, two guys were arguing about something near the rear passenger seat. It's still unknown what was happening there. And all of the people who were with Selena that day have not said anything. The two of them moved to other states, and Orlana deleted her Facebook page. So this is now officially a closed case, and it does not sound believable at all, but it's closed for some reason. Hundreds of people were using modern technology in their search, and they couldn't find her, and after 20 days, her body appeared a little over half a mile near the road. And it looks like her body was placed there after the active phase of the search already ended. So basically, like, when her story first, you know, came to light, a lot of people volunteered. So everybody in the beginning automatically tries to find it. And then days have gone by without people finding anything. So not as many volunteers go, you know what I mean? So that's why people think that the body was placed there after, you know, when it was getting hot. So, police claim that there were no wheel marks in the field or other evidence that could support the theory that somebody could put her body there. But can police even be trusted in this case?
Can they even be trusted at all?
For real? Yeah. No. So, after all this time, Selena's family is still trying to find answers. Only one son is still alive out of their 5 children. And they asked that the story of Selena Not Afraid can be spread so that they can have a chance to open an honest investigation. And that is my story on the weird case of Selena Not Afraid. I apologize for being wonky.
No, it's great, honestly, but it is a little weird. I think, you know what, honestly, might have been a good theory is that whoever abducted her might have been helping in that search party. Waited a couple of days so it all died down, went back, dumped her body, and then dipped.
I think that the friends are involved somehow.
It is a little weird that they don't want to, like, speak up about it. Just, it's a little...
I get that they're underage, but at the same time, it's just really weird. Like, somebody has to know something.
They must have done something so horrendous to not speak. Like...
And then at the same time, why didn't police like, when they questioned them, the police didn't release anything of what they said. Is it because they're minors? Is it because it's nothing important? Is it because...
Maybe the minors one, because they still have to keep their info, I guess, somewhat private.
You're right. But that's just freaking
That's
wild.
weird, though. That's really fucking weird.
So, I'm gonna segue from that. And I'm just gonna talk about, real quick, something a little bit more lighthearted. 10 Native American inventions commonly used today.
Let's go. Let's go.
So, I got this from history. Oh, I got most of the information from... Oh, shoot. I think it's called medium.com. I got it from the YouTube as well. I believe it was ABC News as well. And Crime Diary. And then also I got it from... What's that one thing? NBC News.
Okay.
Okay, so I got my stuff from there. So I'm reading these fun facts, these cool facts from history. Let's see. So the first one is corn.
You know what?
Not the ooh.
No. I'm gonna so leave that in. Oh, fuck yeah. I'm gonna be laughing my ass off when I edit this shit. Oh, fuck. I wasn't going anywhere near that, but I'm so glad you had brought that up.
Dude, I'm curious if there are Native American metal bands. That'd be so fucking... I'm gonna search it up real quick if there's any Native American metal bands. That looks dope.
That's pretty cool. God damn, that's good art.
Yeah. Resistant Culture. That's a Native American metal band. Hell yeah.
Okay, now that's the part I'll add.
Yeah.
Because I can't.
My bad.
Play their songs.
My bad. Well, I'm pretty sure they didn't make corn, but...
No, but I'm sure they cultivated it a little bit.
Yeah. That's the OG gold.
Is that the right word to use? Cultivate?
No, supposedly I heard that when the colonizers came, they were asking for gold, and they were explaining what it was, and then they were like, "Ooh, we got you," and it was corn. And then they're like, "No, but also yes."
But to be fair, fucking delicious.
Yep.
Oh.
Yep. With butter.
Some cheese.
Esquites. Oh my god. Esquites.
Oh my fucking god.
I fucking love esquites.
When you... Dude, when Nacy got back from when Nicole calls the war.
The war? AKA Texas.
AKA Texas. One of the first things that Nacy did was, we have several eloteros that pass by.
Uh-huh.
And Daisy loves getting toasty elotes. Toasty elotes.
Mm-hmm. Uh-huh.
Oh my god. The dude, her usual elotero that comes by that she likes to get it from, fucking, he doesn't skim out on anything. He puts a shit ton of cheese and he puts everything in there. And she fucking loses her mind. She was going ham on it. I didn't even get a chip. I couldn't get anything from it because she fucking killed it.
Dude.
So good.
I freaking love, like, the street vendors and everything. The people that pass by. There's this one guy that he passes by in, like, his little carrito or whatever. Mm-hmm. And every time I see him, like, if I have money, like, I'll buy it. If not, I'll try to stop him. And I give him water. Like, I'll buy stuff from him. And I told him, I was like, do you want water? Do you want soda? And then he'll be like, oh, no, like, I'm fine. I was like, no, tell me what you want. So he'll say, like, both or whatever.
He wants your business. That's what he wants.
No, that's it called. So I'll go and I'll get the water and the soda. And then he'll offer me more ice cream because I gave him water and soda. And I said, no, it's for you, that's dude. Sweet. Like, come on. I remember I gave him... I made agua de Jamaica one time.
Ooh, okay.
So, and then I had, like, these special bottles. My mom's gonna hear this, but I gave one of the bottles away. Because we have, like, these special bottles that we reuse, so I gave it to him, and he liked it a lot.
At this very moment, she's going into your room just to smack you. Like,
well, she usually listens to this at work, I believe.
Oh, yeah. She'll get in the car.
Oh.
No, but we used to have, when we started living here, we used to have this one old guy. He used to be, like, in a little van. Mm-hmm. And, like, the whole neighborhood loved him. Because he just had everything on him. Like,
with the little horn?
The horn, but, like, his raspados were great. He was selling tamales in the back.
Oh.
Like, everybody just fucked with him.
Mm-hmm.
Like, everyone was looking after him. And he stopped showing up for a while. I think he might have gotten COVID. And I think he didn't make it, honestly, because we haven't seen him since. It's
that's so sad.
It's really sad, but like the whole community loved him. But it's been like a void that no one's been really able to fill.
COVID freaking sucks, man.
Yeah, it took a lot from a lot of people.
My grandma died from COVID from my dad's side. I didn't know her. I wish I knew her more. But my dad was never there, so I didn't know her much.
Fucking Will Smith.
Yeah. Damn you, Will Smith.
Fucking Osama.
Jesus. No, but supposedly she would always ask about me.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think it kind of got to... My mom told me one time that it kind of got to a point where, like, I would ask her, hey, I want my dad. Like, I want to know where he's at. And then my dad had her blocked or whatever, so... Literally, like, my mom would text my grandma, and then she'd be like, can you tell your fucking son that his daughter wants to see him and to answer, like, my phone calls or whatever? So he was just afraid that my mom would put child support on his ass. She never did. So yeah. Second thing.
She don't need no man.
Yeah. My mom's dope. She's an independent woman. We love her. She perfect? No, nobody's perfect, but we love her. Mm-hmm. The second thing, Rubber Hisoka. Does that mean he's Native American? Bungee gum. Oh, Jesus.
Rubber, huh?
Mm-hmm. Wubba. For example, rubber was material developed by Native Americans, and then Columbus took a rubber ball back to Europe.
Why am I not surprised?
Yeah. That's crazy. Okay, kayaks.
Okay.
Kayaks.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense. It's from the Inuit in the Arctic.
Okay, yeah.
Yep. It's a narrow boat. Snow goggles.
Okay.
Snow goggles, which were technically the first ever, like, sunglasses in a way.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. They were made from, like, wooden bone, antler, or leather, and they protected their eyes from the sunlight.
Mm-hmm.
And they would cut, like, a little slit in there.
Oh, those.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, like that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I was picturing that right now, but I didn't connect it until you just said that. Okay.
Cable suspend. Oh, I could just show you a picture. My bad.
Yeah. I remember. Yeah, I've seen those.
Isn't there this dude from X-Men that has glasses like that?
Cyclops.
There we go.
Wow.
Cable suspension bridges.
That's the nerd. Okay.
The Inca of South America. They used to weave mountain grasses and vegetation onto cables, and sometimes as thick as a person's body, and then use them to build super strong suspension bridges.
God,
That's
we couldn't
scary.
do that today.
Yeah. Raised bed agriculture.
You?
Huh?
You?
Me?
You said raised bed?
Raised bed agriculture.
They said raised bed. I'm like, what the fuck?
Raised bed the one where it's like floating?
Yeah.
Like the Island of Dolls?
Yeah.
Like the Island of Dolls.
Okay. Interesting.
Baby bottles.
Really?
Oh, my bad. For the raised bed agriculture, that's natives in South and Central America.
Mm-hmm.
And then baby bottles, the Iroquois, they took dried and greased bear gut and added a nipple fashioned from a bird's quill and created bottles that could be used to feed infants.
Cool.
Anesthetics and topical pain relievers. Yeah. Native American healers pioneered pain relief, and what is now Virginia natives use Jimson weed. The scientific name is, I'm not even going to pronounce it, as a topical analgesic. Grinding the root to make a plaster and apply it on the external injuries such as cuts and bruises. Mexicans
still use that shit today, man. I don't know if you if you go to Mexico, they have like grandmas that have like weed embedded into it.
Yeah.
Like that shit. Those things work.
Yeah.
Crazy good. Yeah. Holy shit.
They also had patients ingest the plant as an anesthetic as they set broken bones. That's wild.
Yeah.
That's so cool. Well, I mean, there is stuff to prove that, like, they would go as far as do, like, open brain surgery. Yeah. Like, literally, like...
Yeah.
You'd see skulls with, like, a perfectly cut square back in the day, and then, like, it's crazy.
They were just built different. They were just... They were them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what's it called? And then they basically made, like, the first aspirin tablets, not gonna lie.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, that's crazy. Okay, syringes as well.
Okay, yes.
Syringes made of animal bladders and hollow bird bones to inject medications.
That kind of makes sense, actually, because the bladders would hold the liquids pretty well.
Yeah.
I can see that.
The technology didn't show up in European medicine until the 1850s.
Damn.
Yeah. So that was until Scottish physician Alexander Wood began using needles to inject morphine to pain relief. Hammocks.
Okay.
I freaking love hammocks, dude.
I don't understand the comfort of a hammock.
You can't?
I can't.
Well, I feel like you can't get the ones that are just straight up rope because I feel like those are a little bit uncomfortable.
Yeah.
But like a good hammock, dude, it literally feels like you're sleeping on air. That thing could probably make me knock out.
I can't do that. I feel like my anxious ass like needs to be like alert at all times, and being suspended midair on like nothing just freaks me out.
Mm-hmm. When Christopher Columbus landed in the Caribbean, he found natives resting in hammocks, a bed made from cotton netting, and suspended between two trees or poles, according to his letters. Hammocks were so comfortable and convenient that European sailors began sleeping in them on the merchant and naval ships. Oral contraceptives, the Shoshone and the Navajo tribes used stone seed, also known as Columbia pucone, as an oral contraceptive long before the pharmaceutical industry developed birth control pills.
Cool.
Okay. And then
I didn't even like that, but alright, yeah.
And then mouthwash.
What the fuck?
Various tribes in northeastern North America use the wildflower gold thread as a mouthwash and a treatment for oral pain.
Interesting.
And that is it. Happy Native American Heritage Month to the Native homies out there.
Yeah, that was pretty damn cool. Holy shit. Yeah.
Corn.
Fucking love corn, man. Holy shit.
Fucking love corn.
Fuck yeah, dude.
I love that.
Oh man, I could really go for and eat that right now too. That sounds so good,
dude. Oh my god.
It's because like even when we tried making it here,
we should make some next Sunday.
Oh yeah, we can. But I was gonna say like I feel like homemade just doesn't taste the same. I don't know what cheese.
Because they use actual corn, and then I use can of corn when I make them at home.
Oh, that's where you fuck up. But I'm talking about the cheese. It's the cheese.
It's just queso cotija.
I know, but it's like this.
Leave it out for a couple hours and then use it.
I can't stand cotija cheese.
You can't stand cotija cheese?
I'll eat it and
we call it foot cheese.
Every time they bring those kinds of cheeses, I just say it smells like patas, like. Because that ass is just feet. Mm-hmm. And, like, I'll only eat it in some specific dishes. Like, if, we're eating chile rellenos, and they make the papas that have the cheese in it.
Yeah.
Like, I can't eat it without that cheese. Because then it tastes good. Uh-huh. But I'll see them just take a bite out of it, like fucking savages. Uh-huh. And I can't fuck with that. It's disgusting.
I feel that. Okay, now I am carrying my child. I'm carrying Cyndaquil, my baby. Look at that. Look at that. Bitch, I'm a mother. No problem.
No problem. I fucking love just like scratching like the cheeks and like under the chin. That's like it feels almost therapeutic.
I pretend he's real.
Yeah.
One of my patients, she has a fake cat that's like sitting down in a way, like halfway, like laying down. She thinks it's real.
You know what?
Bless her heart, honestly. We call it Kitty Kitty. The gender of the cat changes every day. And then she's all like, I need a little girlfriend for my kitty cat. And then I was just like, oh, okay, cool. Like, that's nice. Like, literally, like, she's all like, turn the cat around. I don't want the cat to see me while I'm getting cheese. I was like, okay.
You know what freaks me out?
And then I have to, sorry. and then when she wants, like, I always offer her cat with her because obviously the cat's a form of comfort. I was like, oh, you want your kitty kitty? Because she can never pick a name for it because she always forgets it because of her dementia. So I was just like, oh, I was like, you want your kitty kitty? And then she's all like, yeah, like I want my kitty. So I have to hold it like it's a baby, like a kitty baby.
Yeah.
And I like scratch the cat's head and I'm like, oh, here you go, here's your kitty kitty. And then she'll like grab it and she'll like sniff it and everything. And I'm like, okay, you go. I was gonna say her name, but I can't. The Tippa. I was like, you go, lady. You go
with your kitty kitty. You go for it. Yeah. Oh, I was gonna say like the thing that
freaks me. Sweetheart. Sorry, I just love her so much. And then she's everybody's favorite at my job too. So she was in the back of the facility, so they had moved her to the front where I'm usually at the front. And then they all threatened me. They're like, "You better take care of my girl. She's my girl." And I was like, "No worries, I got her." I was like, "I got you." I was all like, "I love her. She's one of my favorites too."
We love that.
Yeah.
Alright, I think I'm just gonna continue on with my story now.
I'm sorry.
What? For what?
I just love my job so much, but I also hate it, you know?
Yeah.
Like, that's one of the reasons as to why I love my jobs, because of just how adorable these people are. Oh my god. And then on my first day, no, on my last day, last week, before my day off, they threw me in the back for the first time in like months. And then I saw this lady, she was getting, one of the patients, she was leaving her room, right? And I was like, oh, hello there. And then she's all like, shut up. And then she walked past me and I was all like, okay. And I couldn't stop laughing because that was so fucking funny.
The fuck?
Yeah. Yeah. And then like an hour later she came back, she's like, oh, hi. And I'm like, you gaslighting me. It's just so fantastic.
I have like a coworker at work that, honestly, I don't know how it started, but we just keep like bantering to each other that like we're gaslighting each other constantly. She'll be like you're always constantly gaslighting me. I'm like, I've never even heard of that word. I don't know what that fucking means. You just made that shit up. Like that word doesn't exist.
Yeah, argue like an old married couple.
Basically.
Or no, like a mid-20s couple.
Yeah, but like,
it's funny.
It's funny. We're just like friends, but it's like really fucking funny. We just get each other to like under our skins, but we know we're just fucking with each other.
Yeah.
It's the good kind of friendship.
I feel that.
All right.
I'm excited.
So while you did indigenous people, you know, it's amazing. I completely went on to the other side of the world. And I'm doing the suicide forest of Japan.
Ah! That's what you wanted me to wait for my reaction? Oh my god.
You could.
I'm gonna clutch my pearls.
Alright, I will say this though. It was really fucking hard to get any sort of like paranormal stories.
Well, yeah, because people get scared and they don't say anything about it.
It's fucking difficult. But I did find some interesting shit that I will most likely butcher.
Okay.
Even though I practiced so much pronouncing it.
Okay.
Alright, so...
I'll try to help you.
Alright, I'm sure you will. So, just a little northwest of Mount Fuji, around 30 square kilometers, or about 12 square miles, of... I already fucked up. Of hardened lava. Huh?
Is there a difference between square miles and regular miles?
You know, I don't know. If I'm being quite honest.
Okay.
It's like when like military people use like click, like they're a couple clicks away. Like I don't understand that unit of measurement.
Like, I just understood that from Guardians of the Galaxy, but whatever.
I don't know, like what the fuck? Like how far? Like, I was like, what the fuck? Even though I have the internet in my hands, I can look it up anytime. I just choose not to.
Yeah, me no comprende. I'm sorry. Onwards with the story. Something square miles away.
12 square miles of hardened lava lies the forest of Okigahara, or as most Japanese people apparently refer to it as Jukai, which translates to Sea of Trees. Ooh. The area formed a long time ago when Mount Fuji had its last major eruption in 864 CE. Ooh. So this goes all the way back. The forest itself has a historical reputation as a home of ghosts of the dead who suffered violent and unnatural deaths, and even demons in Japanese mythology. Though no one is quite sure how it really gained traction for this forest to become the forest of suicides, it wasn't until the 1960s when the forest started to become associated with it. Unfortunately, as people linked it to a short story written by Shichio Matsumoto called The Tower of Waves, a melodrama of star-crossed lovers who are kept apart. In the final scenes of the story, a young woman writes a letter to her lover, grabs a bottle of pills, and walks into the forest to die. It has become Japanese most used suicide sites. Because of this, signs have been placed urging suicidal visitors who have strayed from the paths of the forest to think of their families and to contact a suicide prevention association. The signs read, quote, "Your life is a precious gift from your parents. Please think about your parents. siblings, and children. Don't keep it to yourself. Talk about your problems, unquote. With the phone number to a suicide prevention center also included on the sign.
How are they going to do that but have such bad working conditions for their employees? No wonder why they have such low birth rates. Japan needs to do better.
Fucking Mappa Studios, man. I don't know what to tell you. I feel so bad for those workers. Like, just...
And it's normal, too. They'll go in at 9 a.m. and they won't leave till 10 p.m. And they have to go and drink with their boss just to please them.
Yeah. It's horrible, like, working conditions. I don't know how they... Some of them just can't handle it. And it's really upsetting, but...
Yeah.
We only have such little effect, because we have different standards over here and they have theirs.
They need to do better.
They do.
The people running the government are old as fuck because they have a hierarchy system.
Mm-hmm. The same thing over here, basically.
Yeah.
Even though they refuse to admit it, but it's the same shit over here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, there was just, like, one case that I saw, like, it was actual video footage of a female, I don't know if she's a politician or, like, a lawyer, and she's basically saying, like, that she wanted to raise the age of consent for, like, pornos, instead of them being freshly 18, because these girls get manipulated into doing this at such a young age.
Yeah.
And they get sexualized, and then you can actually see the video footage of her male colleagues laughing at her because she wants to increase the age for sex workers, for sex work, and everything.
Yeah.
And then she's literally right here trying to protect, them, and then, like, they're just shit up laughing in her face, and I'm like, that freaking sad. And they're, like, all old and shit like that, and I'm like, y'all are nasty. That makes sense, yeah. Y'all dilly-dally little kids, I already know that, man. That told me everything I needed to know.
Man, that whole...
sorry, we're just ranting about Japan, man.
No, but I mean, I was gonna say, like, the whole... there's, like, a lot of, like porn stars, like, out there that will tell their stories about how they started really young, and, like, yeah, it does need to be, like, that age to start does need to go up. It is fucking...
Yeah, like Mia Khalifa, everybody uses her as a joke, man, but... She literally went into it really young. Is she problematic a bit? Yeah, she's problematic a bit.
To be fair, also, like, she did start off young, but she's also lying constantly. Because apparently she says she never made money off of it. Like, she'll show bank statements that's like, oh, I only made, like, 40 grand out of my entire career. But she'll show her house, and it's, like, fucking lavish. I don't know. I don't know the full story.
Things just don't make sense. But at the end of the day, I feel like she started freshly 18. She could possibly be a victim.
There's no doubt about it that she, for sure, that she might have been. That she was. But,
I'd like to go in depth about, like, crazy cases, like, regarding, like, sex work and everything.
If you can find some, that'd be pretty great.
Yeah. I feel like they're super easy, like, Green River Killer.
Well, I think they're like the most common to find, I think. Yeah. I'm not going to say it like this, but I'm going to have to... That they're sort of an easy target, I suppose.
For sure. Yeah. And I feel like... Yeah, obviously you're not saying it in a disrespectful way.
No, I'm not trying to. No.
Because it is a dangerous line of work.
Yeah.
And everything. The majority of them are kidnapped, manipulated. Mm-hmm. They're threatened. Yeah, it's horrible, man.
Like, there's this, like, Forensic Files episode where I'm gonna have to cover it because it's a good case, but there's, like, this group of, like, sex workers talking about how one girl that was the one that was killed had a regular customer, and apparently that they had gained such enough trust that, like they knew the routine already. They started calling each other, like, their first names. Like, she knew the spots that he would like to go to, how he would like to do things. And it was like if friends were to just do it, But then I guess...
It was business.
It was, at a point, it was business. But I guess at a point he just sort of targeted her. And it just, it got bad. It got really, really bad. And that's why I'm saying, like...
You never really know anybody.
Yeah. That's why I didn't want to say, like, that they're an easy target, but...
But it's true. It's sad, but it's a sad reality. It's very dangerous.
Yeah.
And, yeah, that doesn't make them any lesser of themselves, I believe, because sex work is difficult. I feel like you have to be at a certain state where that probably is your last resort. But, yeah. Sorry. This
No, that was...
Yeah.
That was a...
No, we're having really deep talks this episode, man.
I'm not even on my third point yet. Holy shit.
I will shut up.
No,
I will cover my mouth.
No, I didn't mean it in a bad way. I meant like the type of deep conversation to have. Like, I'm not even far into the story that it's already bringing this up. It's because this, like, the idea and notion of suicide, like, it is a heavy topic that I'm not gonna try to. What's the word I'm looking for? I'm not going to try to make fun of it, obviously. But, you know, if we could find a way to keep it light a little bit, like a little joke in between.
Yeah, that's the whole point of doing paranormal after, because we gotta crack jokes of the spooks after the sad true crime stuff.
Man. All right,
Suicide is not the answer, y'all.
It is not. But like I said earlier, though, even people aren't sure how the forest got associated with suicide. It's weird. Because even though some people link it with that short story that I mentioned earlier, they're still not sure if that was like the true, like main source of it being associated with suicide.
Do you happen to know the earliest cases of suicide in that forest?
I tried. One of the worst, I don't think I mentioned it in my notes, but one of the sites that I had used said that because there are so many suicides there, like so often, they just tend to leave the bodies there. And there are even like unknown bodies that they haven't even found yet because they're just there for so long. Like the forest has basically taken over their bodies.
Well, yeah, because it's so vast, huh?
But not just vast, but they stray so far from the path. They don't want to be found. Some of them don't want to be found, at least.
I agree.
So, like, to pinpoint the earliest one, or at least some cases, like, it'd be kind of...
That's so sad.
It is. What the fuck? Okay, so, like I said earlier, even though people aren't sure how the forest got associated with suicide, for more than 1,000 years, Buddhist monks have retreated to the forest to practice extreme self-denial and meditations that ended in death. These monks would have one tradition where they would meditate in the forest for 1,000 days and would abstain from anything but the leaves and bark of the forests. These monks would be buried alive in an underground crypt to continue their meditation. The main goal was to transform their body while still alive into a mummified state called Soku Shin Butsu. These are basically, they're self-mummifying themselves, but just their body to become pure. It's crazy. It was this crazy rabbit hole I got into. It's fucking nuts.
Can you go more in depth on that?
It's basically like a religious thing.
Uh-huh.
So they're trying to become so pure that they're abstaining from foods, drinks, anything basically to make themselves.
But how does that mummify them?
They're what's the word? Fuck. Just detaching themselves from like earthly stuff, you know?
Oh my god.
It's disgusting.
Oh, okay, so it does remind me of the original Ryomen Sukuna.
Mm-hmm. So, there are at least 18 of these self-mummified monks from the practice displayed in parts of Japan. That's probably what you're looking at right now, honestly.
Yeah.
Like, I could explain that. I should have done more on that, but it's not the main focus point on this.
Mm-hmm. Do you have to be a certain level of monk? Why did I say nun? Monk to go in? Well, I'm sorry.
No, you didn't have to be, there were a lot of, the reason why, it was a short practice, because a lot of it ended in death. But some monks were successful in basically mummifying their bodies, but still having, like, their head, still alive for a bit.
Mm-hmm.
But no, I don't think you'd have to be like a certain like rank to try it. Mm-hmm. It could have been anybody to try to prove themselves that they are pure and holy.
Yeah.
To whatever deity that they're practicing for.
Uh-huh.
You made a shock. What are you looking at that made you so sick? Yeah. Oh my goodness. That's probably look right there. That's that's the underground crypt that they would have.
Oh, that is so cool.
Basically buried themselves alive on.
That is so cool.
It's weird. There's a YouTuber though who covered more into it. If you want to look into it, named Windagoon.
Windagoon?
Yeah.
Interesting.
He has a lot of good content. Honestly,
this is so amazing. Crazy. Hold up. I'm just gonna send this to myself real quick, because when I do the when I add it into our post, I gotta add it on there. You know.
It's something. It's really bizarre to look at, honestly.
I love how the website is called Damn Interesting.
Because it is like, fuck.
Yeah, it is.
They put themselves through that just to prove themselves, I guess. Mm-hmm. And it's what people will do for, I guess, religion is such a crazy extreme.
Shit, people have murdered thousands, millions. Come on.
No, I know.
Yeah.
But I mean, this is like the least violent way possible.
Yeah.
Because they're doing it to themselves, no one else.
Mm-hmm. I mean, yeah, kind of. Well, I mean, you know that one cult that drank Kool-Aid and all died? Mm-hmm. That's pretty crazy. Well, I mean, but I feel like this is you. Yeah, basically, you were saying you doing it to yourself instead of people being manipulated into participating in something.
For some cases, like no one, like I'm telling you, no one forced some of these monks to do it. Some people just chose to do it on their own accord.
That's so cool.
Yeah, but also kind of sad in a weird way.
Because, I mean, it's such a big thing to consider. Like, how was their mental state, I guess you can say, or their...
the mental state, that's also the point. They want to be as pure, calm, and collected as they could be. The whole point was to...
I feel like it would be so nice, though, to just be in the forest the whole time. It would probably be a little bit lonely, but at the same time, it's just so cool.
I'm telling you,
it's really cool.
Like, if you want to look into it, Windagoon, like on YouTube, I might send you the link when you leave.
Yeah.
So if you can watch it, like
that is so interesting.
So cool, yeah. Back to it.
I'm sorry.
no, it was a cool fucking rant to really talk about.
Yeah.
I knew I should have mentioned it more because I feel like I knew you would have been more interested in it, but I didn't because it wasn't the main thing.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
So in 1993, a very controversial book was published romanticizing the idea of suicide and using the forest as a perfect place for it. The book listed... I'm not going to name the book, by the way. I'm not going to fucking... Aww. I'm not going to encourage people to look it up and... Because the book listed many ways to commit suicide. It would include the pros and cons from each method. I see you opening up the laptop. Close that shit.
I'm pretty sure it's what in Bungo Stray Dogs, how Osamu Dazai, he's always reading a book about suicide.
Jesus. And unfortunately, many bodies have been discovered with the copy of the book near the bodies.
No wonder why you didn't want me to look it up.
Yes. Fine. Jesus.
I'm still gonna look it up.
Maybe. Oh my fucking God. Do it on your own time, not on here.
I will.
In 2003 alone, 105 bodies were found, exceeding the previous year of 78 bodies in 2002, with apparently suicides increasing around March, which is Japan's end of the fiscal year. The body count has only gone up since 2004, with 108 bodies. However, local Japan officials have stopped publicizing the numbers in an attempt to decrease the numbers of suicide. In 2010, police confirmed 54 suicides, with at least 200 being attempts at suicide. Mm. It's also not uncommon to find cursed objects in the forest left behind by the very people who committed suicide, as a sort of curse to leave behind in the world.
What are cursed objects?
Yeah.
What?
In a Vice documentary that explored the forest, crew members came across a Jack Skellington-like doll nailed upside down like an inverted cross with its face cut off. According to the guide in the documentary, quote, "They nailed this character upside down as a symbol of contempt for society. No, it's more like a curse. The curse is nailed in," unquote. That's gotta be fucking creepy as shit to see, like...
That's like Suichi for sure.
Yeah.
From Junji Ito, that's dope. Well, not dope, but you know what I mean? Like, it's just so crazy that people think to do... It's because I find a lot of things interesting.
No,
but, like, I'm saying it's dope, not that, oh, that's cool, but that fact is just so... It's just so interesting.
Yeah.
That is crazy.
I mean, I guess I could see, like, people being so mad at the world.
And then they're like, fuck you, world, and then...
Well, like, leaving something dark behind for the world, I guess. But what you also just said, like, the being dope, like, it reminded me of, I think, last week's episode where I think I said, like, somebody died, and you're like, nice. And I was like, what the fuck?
Oh, Jesus.
That's great. It's also easily to get lost in the forest for visitors, as apparently, though do take this with a grain of salt, stuff like electronics such as phones, GPSs, and even compasses seem to fail, which is rumored to be linked to the high iron deposits from the soil.
Ooh.
It is because of this that some people will string along tape behind them as they walk through the forest so they can find their way back.
Let's do that.
There are reports of people having their tapes deliberately cut when there is no one else around, leaving them stranded and lost in the woods.
But that wouldn't make sense because if it's... I mean, unless it's like sticky tape where it sticks onto the trees, there's no way now.
When I was looking for photos, it's more like a string with, like, I guess, like, some
makes
flags
sense.
on it.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, but...
Deliberately cut? That's crazy.
Yeah. Especially with no one else around, I'd be fucking scared shitless.
Either it's somebody spooks or it's like a whole fucking douche canoe.
I mean, fuck. Just waiting in the forest just for...
What if he was just trolling and then it was all like slice?
Just a little trolling, get lost in the forest. just a little prank. Maybe. People are some sick individuals.
Yeah. If
you travel deep enough into the forest, unnatural blood-curdling screams can be heard, which are said to come from the ghosts of the dead. Wow. A reporter from the Japan Times told an incident where, while exploring the forest, heard a terrifying scream.
Why, though?
Here.
They did it to themselves.
Wow!
Me no comprende.
Fuck. Like, yeah, you're not wrong, I guess.
See, I say the most important things. I ask the good questions.
Yeah, I guess.
Shoot, I don't understand.
Fucking the job demanding there.
There are some things in this world we can never understand.
Understand. We want answers. Jesus. Alright. So he went to investigate the source of the scream. The source of the scream led him to a body of a man at the base of a tree. He examined the body and noticed that the body had been dead for quite some time. Ooh. And concluded that clearly it wasn't the source of the scream. But he felt more as if it was the spirit of the person screaming. Reports of a white ghostly apparitions can be found floating through the forest, wandering between the trees. Ooh. Some stories claim to be the ghosts from the Japan mythologies, while others claim it to be the souls of the suiciders forever cursed to be stranding on the very grounds that they took their own lives from. So the forest is considered to be Japan's most religious and very spiritual place. Though it may sound comforting to some people, to others, not so much. Buddhist monks throughout the years have set up altars all over the forest to try and combat what they claimed as evil spirits haunting the forest, drawing people to kill themselves. While visiting the forest and setting up altars, a Buddhist monk named Kyomo Fuki told the New Zealand Herald, quote, "The spirits are calling people here to kill themselves. The spirits are the people who have committed suicide before," unquote. Unfortunately, yeah. That
oh my god. I'm sorry. It's like, it's a suicide party. P for papas. It's like,
it's a suicide party. P for papa.
Jesus, I'm sorry. It just made me think of that. Like, it's just like, come on down.
What? Yeah, but I mean, at least the monks are trying to do something about it.
Yeah,
kinda in their own way.
Yeah,
it's a little sweet. And
then, like, too, the signs that the signs that they have, like, I've seen pictures and everything of it. That's nice, at least. Yeah,
and then we have what was his name, Jake Paul, recording too over there.
Logan.
Oh, that was Logan?
Yeah, it was Logan. It wasn't Jake. Believe it or not, and Logan was the only Paul that I liked, and after that, I'm like, yeah, I don't like both of them.
I never liked either of them.
I only liked Logan because he got me into one of my favorite boy bands. Yeah.
I did tell you, I think last week, that this was going to be like a pretty short one. So that does end it.
Yeah.
For what I have.
But, already?
Yes. But before we lead. Before we lead away, I just wanted to throw this in here real quick. Mm-hmm. That if you or someone that you know are experiencing suicidal thoughts, please contact the National Suicide Prevention Hotline at 1-800-273-8255. Again, that is 1-800-273-8255 or 1-800-273-TALK.
Is that just for the U.S.?
I believe so, yes. I tried finding one for different ones, but as far as I can tell, that's the only one I got.
Because I saw that there's 1% from Germany is listening to us. And then 1%, if you guys still happen to be listening to us, which, I mean, first of all, thank you.
Thank you. Means a lot.
Yeah, you guys are our first international listeners. But, crap, where is it at? Audience. Yeah, there's 0.1% of Australia and 0.1% of Germany. So, just find the suicide hotlines in your country. Stay here, please.
Stay here. Don't go to Japan for that forest.
Don't be a statistic.
Wow. Actually, yeah, that's... Yeah.
Don't be a statistic. You are loved.
You're loved. We love you. Stay here for us. Yes. We'll stay here for you.
Yes.
Always and always. But that's all I got.
That's crazy.
I think I spent more time reading on the mummified monks than I did on the actual suicide forest. Because, like, every fucking article I was trying to read was blocked. Because it's like...
taboo, baby?
No, not taboo. It's always those sites that are like, oh, pay to read the rest of the article.
That pisses me off so much.
Yeah, it really fucking sucks. Like, I need and I want to read what you have to say.
Like, if we have money, I'll do it. But now, like, no.
No, I don't know. Like, it still pisses me off.
I'm so nosy that I would. I did pay for one time. I paid $3 just to read a fucking article.
One of them was, like, so interesting. I was, like, reading halfway into it, and then it just stopped because it gave me that fucking thing. I was like, fuck! I dropped it immediately. I'm like, man, fuck you. Like, I went to, like, 3 different articles. I got some other information from there.
Oh, I just cracked my neck and that hurt.
Hold on, let me see if I can get one really loud.
Oh, my God.
Whew.
Oh, my God!
Yeah.
Oh, my God!
Jesus Christ. Whew.
That, mm-mm. That, no, thank you.
That was great.
Corn.
What if I can, like, cut your little, like, scream audio and then just duplicate it into this part where you just go, yeah, corn. And I just hear you go, wow.
I don't even know. Damn it! I don't even know the proper way to do it, man.
You just hurt your vocal cords really bad. That's how you do it.
Is that even corn, anyways?
Yeah.
Imagine if it's corn.
It's somebody else. I believe it's corn. Yeah, I believe so.
Oh. Yeah. Okay. Oh, it says Yuna Ura. I can't even do it.
Are you trying to read it?
Rada in the Ura in the. Oh.
I don't know. I don't know if you want me to add this in or not.
Yeah, you can add it in.
Jesus.
Ratataka.
It just sounds like you're fucking doing a spell. Good Lord.
I am. Jesus. It's because originally I was gonna do Oorah, but that's like the wrong band. That's Disturbed, I think. I think that's the name of the band.
No, that's the same fucking song.
No,
it's
not.
That's the end of it.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
I swear.
No, it's not.
I swear that has to be it.
No, it's not. It's Down with the Sickness by Disturbed. Listen to it real quick.
No, yeah. Now you're right. So with all that out of the way, if my future self did it right, then none of you guys heard what just went down right now, which is for the best, I suppose.
I am mentally ill.
But anything else you want to?
Did you just crack your neck again?
No, that was my
Oh.
I gotta stop doing this. Like during what we record, I gotta stop doing that. We're like an hour and 30 into it. I don't know if you just like.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's a pretty short episode, honestly, because I think
it was.
It felt short, but it felt
Good.
I think our tangents really.
I'm gonna get comfy again because my leg is hurting.
Our like little tangents just kind of solidified a lot of things that we were talking about.
We went deep.
Mm-hmm.
Not gonna lie, we went pretty deep on these crazy things. But I wanted to look up the statistics, at least the 2022 statistics of the MMIW. So, violence against missing and murdered women. Well, I mean, yeah, missing and murdered Native women. 84.3%. More than 4 out of 5 have experienced violence. 55.5% have been physically abused by their intimate partners. 40% of sex trafficking victims are AI and AK Native women. 56.1% of Indigenous women experience sexual violence. 48.8% of Indigenous women have been stalked in their lifetime. Murder is the third leading cause of death for Indigenous women, 10 times higher than all other ethnicities. As compared to Caucasian women, 1.7% are more likely to experience violence, 2% are more likely to be raped, and 3% have a higher murder rate. Cases reported, 4,089 between the ages of 0 to 17 years old, and 1,398 for people over 18. So in total, that's 5,487 incidents from last year, and 658 cases are still open. Were still open at the end of 2022. The top 10 states with the highest numbers of missing persons is Alaska with 300, Oklahoma with 86, Arizona with 76, Washington with 57, New Mexico with 56, California with 39, Montana with 25, North Carolina with 19, South Dakota with 16, and Texas with 16. And that was at the end of 2022.
Damn.
Yeah, it's bad, bro. It's really bad. That's crazy. Okay. This is a pretty serious episode.
Holy shit! Alright, now I'm also looking at like the recent statistics for suicide for Japan. It's honestly kind of high for our high schoolers, even elementary school and fucking junior high. Like it's still pretty fucking high. Like holy shit.
Really?
Yeah. I'm trying to get like percentage wise like a decent number to grasp. Apparently that a contributing factor of the increase was most likely due to COVID-19.
Oh.
Yeah. Holy shit.
Yeah.
God damn.
I'm trying to look for the like international like months, I guess, for December, because you know how like November is like Native American Awareness Month.
Yeah.
I guess in December it's World AIDS Day. And then Human Rights Day. And that's basically it.
Holy shit, that number can't be fucking right.
What? Oh, hell no.
It sounds like Daisy, but I can't be sure. The numbers of suicide in Japan in 2022 totaled 21,881.
And how many people live in Japan?
An increase of 297 from the previous year.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Suicide rate or numbers of suicide per 100,000 people increased by 0.8 to 17.5. Basically percentage wise, which is cause of motive health issues was the most common, contributing to 12,774 suicides, followed by family issues, which was for around 4,000, close to 5,000, and economic slash livelihood issues, which was around 4,500.
Mm-hmm.
That is fucking intense. With men being one of the higher. Holy shit! That is some serious numbers they're pulling in.
Men are higher?
Yeah, way higher. At the peak for the men, it was around 24,963. The female peak was 9,850.
Wow.
So that's
a lot.
That's a lot.
Jesus, oh my god.
This is from last year. Oh, damn. That is fucking heavy.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Alright, I think I'm just gonna end my little segment right there. I think that's
Yep.
as heavy as I want to get it.
Yep. Damn. I don't even know what to say.
I think I can find a little way to shake it off, all this. I've been playing a lot of God of War Ragnarok recently. I've been so sucked into that fucking game.
Have you been streaming?
Oh, not at all.
Oh, okay, because I haven't seen any of your streams for a hot minute, so I was wondering if I just missed them.
I'm either doing notes or I'm working really fucking hard.
I know.
I had to sacrifice one thing.
I'm sorry.
So I just completely stopped. Fucking maybe I'll stream after this because I have nothing else to do.
I'll watch.
But it's
What are you gonna stream?
I don't know. Maybe Spider-Man 2. But I honestly finding a balance for a lot of things has been difficult lately because before we even did this at all, after work I would just go work out. But now I'm editing videos or doing notes, so I stopped working out.
Jesus.
And then I stopped streaming entirely, so I had to focus on one or two things at a time. I don't know how some people do it. Like, you know what? I think it's because they're financially comfortable, so they have that opportunity to do that, all those things. I don't. I don't have that fucking luxury. I don't know how they do it.
I'm trying to look for international... Oh yeah, International Day to End Violence Against Sex Workers, December 17th. That's the day that we record. Your birthday's on the 6th, right?
Huh?
The 6th?
Mm-mm.
When is it?
December.
Okay, but the 6th, right?
No.
I'm gonna text Daisy this anyway, so you better tell me now.
It's the 5th.
The 5th. I was close.
You were.
I was very close. Oh shoot, on December 7th, Pearl Harbor was bombed.
Are you just going through...
I'm looking for December so I can find something interesting.
For what?
For the next episode, whether it's spooky or true crime.
You would be doing spooky. I'm doing true crime.
I know, for the next episode,
Yeah.
but like the episode after that.
Oh, I would be doing...
Or whatever.
I would be doing spooky at that point.
Ooh, December 17th, the Wright brothers successfully conducted their first flight. December 18th, U.S. President Donald Trump was officially impeached.
Whoop whoop.
The first Indochina War broke out in Vietnam in December 19th, 1946. This is so interesting.
Do you just want to just wrap this up?
Huh?
Or you just want to wrap this episode up or what?
Yeah.
Okay.
Of course.
Thank you guys so much for... God, my joints just crack easily. Thank you guys so much for stopping by, for listening, watching if you're on YouTube.
Yep.
If you're at work listening or even working out like some people do for some other podcasts, which is a little weird. I don't think I could ever do that. Always and truly does mean the most to us.
Yes.
Just two humble people telling stories.
I don't know about that. I'm just kidding.
Wow, okay. One humble person, I guess. Just, I don't know, just don't commit suicide.
Please
we love
don't.
you. You know, we're here for you. Call any number, contact any family members, friends, if you have any. Even just talk with a random stranger.
Someone, yeah.
And I have nothing else.
Yeah. Me neither. Shoot. Obviously, something that I didn't mention in the story was that, obviously, well, everybody is very frustrated. No information was coming out.
Yeah.
So if you do see something, say something.
There was no like flyers, numbers to call.
Well, yes, but the teenagers passed them all out and everything. But this was 2020, so I'm pretty sure that's already kind of like said and done. Obviously, like their social medias are still trying to spread awareness, and there's a podcast. There's a podcast on Spotify that specifically goes over missing and murdered Indigenous women, which is super cool. That's where I got the inspiration to look for this. I was looking because I couldn't find specifically. I can't just search up Native American death cases, you know.
Yeah.
And so I had just searched up that like Native American and looked for a podcast, and then they just had a whole podcast dedicated to that. So I was able to just look through, and then I just clicked. I was like, okay, Selena Not Afraid sounds like a really interesting name, and I just kind of wanted to find out more about it. So that's it. If you see something, say something. Not only does that go for suspicious things, but for family or friends, if you see that they're acting a little odd, talk to them. Talk to them. Yeah.
Good advice.
Yep.
Alright, so I guess that's going to wrap it up. Thank you to our ladies and bros and non-binary hosts for stopping by. I really shouldn't make that part of our outro.
Guys, gals, and non-binary pals.
That too.
Whoop whoop.
Everybody and anybody.
We're all in this together. Everyone.
I cannot stand those movies. I cannot stand them.
Me neither.
I really couldn't.
When I was younger, I was all like, whoa! But now I'm all like, no.
Now I'm just Ken.
I never understood the hype with Troy Bolton.
I was more of a Nickelodeon original movies kind of guy. Watching like Rags and Spectacular. Those are some fucking bangers. Let me tell you, those have some good, good fucking musical numbers. Oh shit! Those things are going. All right, bye everybody.
Bye. Sayonara.
No, that means forever.
That's why I said it.